May 31st, 2007. Today I weigh 149 pounds. I just did a search of my files to see what the lowest weight I have been in the last 10 years was, and it was 145, and that was on March the 14th, 2006. I weighed that around the time of the fur ball in October of 2005 when I first lost weight on Matal. By March 28th of 2007, I weighed 168 pounds, but have dropped to 149 and am continuing to lose half a pound a day. I am now consuming about 800 calories per day. I work out at the gym 3 times per week, rollerblade 5 days per week, and get into the pool once or twice a week. I walk the sanctuary every day, but no tennis. It was really short, so I'm going to do this one too. June 4th, 2007. Being one with all who were, are, or will be. A letter to Barbara Frank after she asked how I feel so connected to the cats who have died. Dear Barbara, feeling the cats as ever-present has come from just being aware. That was how I first heard from Malachi, Nini, Sarabi, and others while they were alive. And that is what has fueled my desire to let the world know how connected we all are. That awareness comes from feeling gratitude, which keeps me in a happy frame of mind, and that is what opens the doors to experiences that I can only describe as miraculous. The how-to manual for this is ridiculously simple. Every morning before my feet hit the floor, I pray a prayer from 1 Chronicles 4, 9 through 10. And this is that phrase. And Jabez called on the God of Israel, saying, Oh, that thou wouldest bless me indeed, and enlarge my coast, and that thine hand might be with me, and that thou wouldst keep me from evil, that I may do no harm. And God grant him that which he requested. The Bible says Jabez was blessed greater than any others because of his prayer. I add to this prayer a long session on all of the things I am already thankful for. All the people, all the blessings, all the changes in attitude that I am seeing, etc. And then I start the prayer. Throughout the day, every time I have a negative thought, such as feeling that others aren't doing what they should, i.e. the Vernon Yates and Gloria Johnsons of the world, I stop myself and purposely find 5 or 6 good thoughts, even if the best thing I can think of is to say to myself that if it weren't for them, there wouldn't be a good example of why we need better laws. I try to find and feel some good thoughts about them, and I don't stop until I have some good feeling about them. I do this on every negative thought that comes my way, and at first it takes a while and feels like a lie, but what I found is that it quickly becomes habit. The more I have done this, the more connected to God I have felt. When I read The Science of Getting Rich, it really brought into my awareness that God isn't off in some far-off place. He is the thinking stuff, as the author calls him, that is in all and in between all that we see. So the space between me and my keyboard right now is God, and God is love. Then I think about the fact that every cell of my body is mostly space from a scientific standpoint. So the space in each cell between the electrons and the neutrons is filled with God. There are lots of references in the Bible to being filled with God, but even with 46 years of going to church 3 times a week, I never really felt this until now. And wow, what a feeling. What has been really weird is the feeling of being surrounded by all who ever lived and all who ever will live, and feeling their presence as clearly and fully as this cat sitting next to me on the floor. People and animals who I had thought of as dead are more alive than they ever were in their limited earthly form. And it is like they are all of this in oneness. What a feeling. Same paragraph again, but I could read it again. What a feeling. What has been really weird is this feeling of being surrounded by all who ever lived and all who ever will live, and feeling their presence as clearly and fully as this cat sitting next to me on the floor. People and animals who I had thought of as dead are more alive than they ever were in their limited earthly form, and it is like they are all this oneness. While I often recognize a presence walking with me as that individual personality, I sometimes have more of a feeling of all being one and all being connected to that one. It is in this state that my best ideas and intuitions give birth. I still step in and out of this flow, like dipping my foot into a pool and becoming the water, and working on being the water all at the same time, because the best things happen when I am feeling love and gratitude. I am not sure how to share this with others, so I'm trying to be just a living example, in the hopes that when people see that it works for me, they will try it themselves.